Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Batman Arkham City, and it's the second of two side quests, parts, and in this part we're basically going to be going through, we're starting off with this part with finishing off the last two side quests and that we need to do. This one is the Deadshot side quest. I apologise if I've already shown a couple of the early parts of some of these side quests, because I know I started some of them and then finished them off, but I didn't record finish them off, so I don't really know how many. Oh shit, he's dead. Sorry my lack of caring. But anyway, so yeah, I apologise if I'm showing this twice, but I figured it best to just show all this off. Deadshot's side quest is kind of tedious. The main reason why it's so tedious is because of the fact that it's kind of timed. Like, you have to do certain parts of the main story and then fly around Arkham City. And then once you've flown around for a bit, you'll hear a gunshot, which will indicate another victim of Deadshot. And then you've got to go to the area. It will give you a general area where you've got to go, and then you have to find the exact area of where you need to be to find the victim and to analyze the crime scene, so you can make your way, so you can eventually stop Deadshot. I believe there's I'm trying to remember. I think there's 4 victims. Yeah, there is. There's 4 victims that you have to take on. You have to find, and you have to investigate in order to find Deadshot's location. And this is the first one pretty much done at this point. The first one is pretty simple and straightforward. And they get steadily more, I don't want to say difficult, but they get more complicated. Not by much, but by a little bit. So yeah, we're on now to our next. So we have found our second Deadshot victim, and this, oh god. The Deadshot stuff always takes me for fucking ever. Because there's certain ones like, for example, the Hush side quest. It's basically you go through a certain amount of the story, and all the victims are on the ground, are there. So all you have to do is you have to look up a guide, find where they all are, or find where all the victims are supposed to be, and you'll find them pretty. You'll find them pretty comfortably. Just with this is that added layer of waiting around for stuff to happen. Like, you have to wait for the actual gunshot, to hear the gunshots before the actual victim. You can actually find the victim, which is kind of annoying, but what can you do? So yeah, this is Deadshot victim number 2. This one took me, the first time I played Batman Arkham City, it took the longest fucking time to actually find. But it's pretty easy to find, actually, once you think about it. Basically, you go to the main location and you have to go up on these kind of, I guess they were highways, like a elevated highway or motorway, and you have to go up on here and you'll find him just there. It's not. I just struggled because I was looking around on the floor and I didn't really think about it. Didn't really think that he would be. No, I don't want to do any of the Riddler stuff. That's pretty much the only side quest I'm not really showing off, because that is a pain in the ass to do. It's even worse than Arkham Knight. But anyway, here we are. Oh, for fuck's sake. Where are they? Gonna kick your ass, bitches. Oh, we're done. Yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so yeah, this side quest is kind of annoying, but yeah, get it done. I will get it done in the end. This is the 3rd side quest? Yeah, this is the 3rd of the 4 that I have to do, so The other one which took me a bit of a pain in the ass to do, which I think we did last time, was the what's the name of it? I'm trying to remember. I think it was not Deadshot. It was Azrael. There you go. The Azrael side quest. He's just a bit of a pain in the ass to kind of work out where he's, because that's basically all about timing as well. He'll only show up at certain points once you've completed certain sections of the story. Which is kind of frustrating when all you have to do left is the side quests. It's kind of fucking annoying. But anyway, yay, we found him. We've got another victim. Click on it, there you go. Right, it's time to go. Oh, I slightly dropped out of the air for a bit there. It's actually a pretty fun. The Deadshot side quests and the Hush side quest I think are fairly interesting, in so much as that it's doing something which they don't often do in the Batman games. In any of them, really. They don't even do that much in Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham Knight. More of the kind of... Fuck you. More of the kind of... oh, go away, Zaz. More of the... What's the word I'm looking for? Like forensics and crime scene investigation kind of stuff. Don't really see that a lot in the Batman games, which I wish they'd do a hell of a lot more of, because that is actually really fucking interesting stuff to deal with. But anyway, we have we have not killed them. We have severely beaten them up. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know why the enemies were around it. Why they got a dead body? Who gives a fuck? But anyway, sorry about that. So yeah. So now we have to find the trajectory, and this one is a little bit more irritating. Be quiet, citizen. So yeah, he ricocheted it off this silence phone. He ricocheted it off here, and we now have to follow it up to here. We're almost done. I think there's one more. No, there isn't one more victim. I think we've found all the victims. Oh, look at that! He's left a snow angel. Isn't that nice? So now we have to scan this, and we've got some. This isn't realistic at all, to be honest. But we found distinctive plastic-based particles.
So I see. Looking at the possible choices, I assume you've decided on the power substations, right? Exactly. Cross-referencing this.
So yeah, we're finding the cross-referencing the metallic particles against.
3 locations. You've done it.
There we go.
We're gonna catch the son of a bitch.
Oracle, what's your language? But yeah, we now have found 3 areas. So there's 3 places you can go to. Go to the one in the top right, because I played this game like 3 or 4 times. I knew to go there straight away, so no time to waste. Let's go. And so yeah, we have to go into here. Pull this off, and we've got his cell phone, or as they're called, a PDA. I don't know what does PDA stand for. Personal. Whatever. I don't really care. Oh, look, he stores his gun. Isn't that nice? So yeah, now we're going to hack into his PDA. This really does do everything, this device. I want one of these so bad. This would be so useful. Tom? Come on. Enter shot? No, that's wrong, Tom. No. Yeah. There you go. Nope. There you go. Got there in the end. The analog sticks are really being a little bit of a bitch there. Oh, we're a dickhead. He might not be able to fight. That would be a bit annoying, wouldn't it? Is free? Wouldn't Strange is getting him to do this? Wouldn't Strange tell him that Batman and Bruce Wayne are the same guy? Makes no sense. By the way, it's kind of funny this that you can do this. This can happen earlier than this, so even though he's to a strict schedule, whenever you decide to do this mission, you're always going to be given 3 minutes to get there, and I'll be honest, it's ample time because I do pretty badly here. Like, I'm moving pretty slowly and I fuck up a few times. But I still get there with like plenty of time to spare. It's kind of a nice touch actually, because I just noticed as we went past the sights from the first from the second Deadshot victim are still there in the city, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that little attention to detail. But anyway, we have to keep going. Move. There we go. And we have to keep flying over to the where Ryder is. It's fortunate that he doesn't really move and he stays in the same fucking place. Otherwise he'd be fucked. Yeah, so now I'm going to go down. And I just drop. And we saved Jack Ryder. I will say this, I don't much like Deadshot's design here. It looks a little bit hokey. Its biggest problem is that it's very comic booky, I think. Which you might think, well, it's a comic book. But I just mean everything else looks... All the other enemy designs look really cool and kind of realistic. And I just think that this one is a bit too 60s, if you know what I mean. But anyway. Yeah, final thing is, once you find out where he is, you avoid his reach, and we DDT him onto the mat. And and we lock him up in a tram car. And we're done. That's Deadshot's side quest done. Overall, pretty. I like the like forensic side of it. It's kind of interesting in that respect, but overall, it's just a bit boring. So what are we doing now? We are now going to do the Hush side quest. I think this is the last side quest we need to do. And run away. Don't want to fight enemies. And we are heading to the first murder victim spot. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're going to be heading over to the first crime scene, which is I like it. It's pretty cool. The Hush one is probably my favourite in terms of the side quests. It's certainly the most interesting, but you can tell from my voice. But it is the most interesting. The biggest problem is like what happened in Arkham Knight, which I'm not going to judge Arkham City by what a future game did. But after Arkham Knight, oh man, they did some bad stuff. It basically, I don't want to say it too much, but say too much. But oh my god, I thought that they were going to do something kind of I thought they were going to do something with Hush and Arkham Knight after what they set up at the end of this side mission, but they did fucking nothing, which is kind of depressing. But whatever. The side quest itself is pretty interesting, so I don't mind too much. Right then, okay, we are going to we have to follow the blood trail. Don't want to fight you boys. See you in a bit. I'm Batman. Let's keep going. So yeah, this is pretty much what it amounts to. pretty much you follow the trail of something. Fuck you. And you find the person who's supposed to be responsible. And they give you clues.
You gotta believe me.
I don't have to believe anything. Tell me what you saw.
Ooh, dangerous.
There was this guy. He dropped the body there. He was weird looking. You won't believe me, but, well, he looked like Bruce Wayne.
What? Oh my god.
Someone must have got to him.
Did
He was covered in cuts and bruises.
did we kill him? Obviously not, because I'm, said it's the Hush side quest. But yeah, that's the other element which I kind of like, the fact that it's, as you're going through it, it's like, what? A guy who looks like Bruce Wayne did it? That's really weird. Anyway, silence phone. Anyway, we're now moving on to the next side quest. Next body. And like I said, this was a lot easier to do because it was just like go a certain point through the story and then knock all 4 of these I think it's 4 victims. Knock all 4 of the victims out like bang 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 bang. It was the easiest one to do by a country mile. It's also the most interesting, I would say. So yeah, I prefer I prefer the Hush side quest to any of the others, really. Okay, so scan his face, and his face has been peeled off. By the way, this is pretty fucked up. Paralyzes the vocal cords and then removes the face and bandages the head. Oh my god. Means they die of blood loss. It's pretty fucking horrible. It's kind of, I don't know whether this would actually work as well, because I'm just going to talk about it now. The whole thing is that Hush is getting the faces so he can make himself, so he can get parts of the faces so that he can make himself look like Bruce Wayne. I do not really understand how that's possible. I don't know if that really is possible, to take like pieces of different people's face to kind of form one person's face. I guess theoretically it must be, because people have certain, I guess maybe, people have certain like certain skin which is of certain textures and certain like tightness on certain parts of the face, so I guess technically it might be possible, but I would assume you'd have to have like surgery on the actual, to make your skull of a similar shape, and to have like muscles and facial muscles which are of a similar, look similar to that of Bruce Wayne's, which means this is like, highly unlikely and verging on impossible, but yeah, whatever. I'm not going to complain too much about it. And so now we're on to the 3rd crime scene, and away we go. The 3rd crime scene is over here, I guess. Yeah, it must be. And down we go. Yep, and there he is. Yeah, so all these bodies pretty much turn up at certain points during the story. The way I did it my 2nd playthrough, because I didn't bother to go side quest the 1st playthrough, but during the 2nd playthrough was that I waited till because basically there's a point of no return when you go into the, it's after you go through the what's the name of it, the mill, sorry, footage kind of fucked up. Yes, I apologise. Basically it fucked up, I reset, and so I don't get to show that, but I do get to show this, but we still get to see like where, and this is the final victim actually, and we've still got 5 minutes, so okay, this is going to be interesting. I don't know what else I've got to show, but I've forgotten so long. Bruce Wayne, you're lying to me. So now we found out where his where Hush's base of operations is. So let's go find this prick. And he is... Where is he? He's there. Hi. It's time to find you, Hush. Time to kick your ass. Okay, let's go. So yeah, it's the... I don't know why I had major issues with recording. Basically, recently I upgraded my PC, so... Basically, what happened was I started trying to record with my laptop. And what basically happened was my laptop works a hell of a lot. I've had no issues with my recording since I switched to using the laptop. And so, but I didn't. But I wanted to basically the point I'm getting at is I wanted to upgrade my PC anyway. So that's what I spent a fair bit of money doing recently. And so I haven't tried recording with my new PC yet. I might just stick with using my laptop. But god, it's so good to have a more powerful PC. But anyway, we are almost done with the Hush side quest. Just have to drop down here, and this is the entrance. I've never tried actually just coming to this office, this door, to see if it opens. I've tried it with Zaz because I just basically did it out of thingamajiggy. Just out of curiosity, and it was locked, so I guess it would be the same thing, but who knows. So yeah, we finally found out who Hush is Dr. Thomas Elliot, who apparently was I believe in the comics he was a surgeon who was good friends with Bruce Wayne and his family, and then when his parents died, basically it somehow affected his family really badly, like financially, and so now he holds a grudge against has held a grudge against Bruce Wayne ever since, and this is him, at least in the comic, at least here, this is him trying to get revenge. So yeah, it's kind of cool, this. I'm also kind of surprised at how, considering Batman's Bruce Wayne, I'm surprised how calm he is. Or at least how calm he appears to be. I like the acting here because they use the voice. He uses the voice of Bruce Wayne, but every so often he wheezes and gasps like he's because he's just done perform a surgery on his vocal cords, which I kind of like. That's kind of a cool little additional touch, which I kind of like.
I can see you have your hands full with Arkham City, but it's time for me to...
So yeah, I thought this was going to set up something big for Arkham Knight, and I was so disappointed when it did nothing. By the way, what they don't show here is that once he walks out that door into Arkham City, once he walks out the door, he gets greeted by a bunch of thugs who beat the living shit out of him. Oh well. Mockingbird. There you go, Tom. You can do it. So yeah, that's it. We're done with all the side quests, and yeah, Identity Thief is probably my favourite. But anyway, we're pretty much at the end. So in the next part, we're going to continue on, and I'm going to be finishing off Batman Arkham City, and we'll be going through the Harley Quinn's Revenge DLC. So I'll see you next time for the next part of Batman Arkham City. See you next time.
Bruce Wayne's. Is he crazy? No offense. Are you going after him?
He's gone. He's left Arkham City. I'll hunt him down tomorrow.